Hello and welcome back to my channel for another weekly reading vlog. It's week 2 of the Owls and yeah, week 1 went really well. I vlogged that and should have it uploaded. Hopefully if my computer hasn't decided to crash out on me, but yes, I'll hopefully link that down below. I read quite a lot in week 1, hoping to keep that trend up with week 2. I need to finish The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. I am really enjoying this. This is the story of a man who has been admitted into hospital after being in a car crash. He has sustained really severe burns and he is in huge amounts of agony and pain. However, he's also inwardly incredibly bitter. Just all around, he's the sort of person who his life has not been kind to him, and in return he is not kind. And one day this woman called Marianne Engel walks into his ward and begins talking to him. She's a sculptress of gargoyles and begins telling him that they were lovers in another life in Engelthal, a monastery, and then tells him stories, and each story is about a couple who are in love and they're all really beautiful. There's 4 stories and then there's this overriding story about Engelthal, and each of the other 4 stories are each one is a different element, which is really beautiful. It reminds me a bit of the Starless Sea. Me and my dad were talking about this earlier. Then once I've read that, I am planning to read With the Fire on High. This is hopefully going to be rather lighter. This is my I should say what these are my reads for. That was my read for Ancient Runes because it's got a heart on the cover. This is going to be my read for Arithmancy. Read a book opposite the sort of thing you normally read. This, I believe, is about a young woman called Enomi. Yes, Enomi. She wants to open a restaurant. She's got a child and it's about her life and her attempts to open this cafe or restaurant. She wants to be a chef. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. The cover is beautiful and I've heard really good things about it. Then I have 2 books I'm going to decide between now based on whichever one is longer. I'm trying to get the longer books out of my TBR. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 books left on my TBR, or 6.5 because of The Gargoyle. And yes, I'm saving 2 for the reading rush, but these 2 are the other 2 that are the longest, I think. 453, 434, so I'm going to read The Shadow of the Fox. I'm going to read Shadow of the Fox once I finish the other 2 books on my TBR for this week. This is about, I've forgotten, kitsune demons, Japanese fox demons, and it looks really good. It's got a dragon in it. I'm reading this for Transfiguration, Shapeshifters. Hello, the top of my head's a bit cut off. But anyway, let's ignore that. Still Monday, still reading The Gargoyle. Where on earth did I put it? There we go. Still reading The Gargoyle. I'm on page 245. I've got about 250 pages left to go. I'm about halfway through now. Still enjoying it a lot. It's one of those books that I need to read quite slowly, I think, but I'm going to go downstairs and try and read a bit more now. Oops. Or maybe stay up here. I also need to edit. I think I'm going to read a bit more while I export all my clips over to iMovie, and then I will edit for a bit. Yay. Hello. So haven't read any more today, haven't really done anything. I've ended up watching Benidorm. And I'm going to continue doing that because we'll need a really lazy day every now and again. Tomorrow should be better and I will be back on my usual reading, working, vlogging, editing trajectory, hopefully. Hello, so I've just finished my half an hour reading. I'm up to now page 327 of The Gargoyle. The short stories in this are destroying me. I think I've just had the last one and it was somehow the worst of all of them. And yeah, I think I'm going to cry a lot at the end of this book if it goes where I think it's going to go. I am really enjoying it though. It's really, really beautifully written. And while the main character is horrific and I do hate him, well, not hate him, he's very damaged. The other characters are so beautiful, and the world, well, I say the world, this sort of, all these stories set in the past and the descriptions of them, it's amazing. I'm going to make myself some butternut squash soup. I do need to find some onions, but yeah. And I'm using sweet potatoes instead of normal potatoes. Obviously these need to be washed, they're a bit disgusting at the moment. But yeah, it's gonna be delicious. I've made some lunch. I didn't make soup in the end. I made bagel with scrambled egg and avocado. Hello, I edited last week's vlog. I'm celebrating by watching some of Community on Netflix. My notifications are running wild, as always. Yeah, I don't really have any reading or updates, but I edited a vlog. Yay, I did something productive. Hello, it's whatever day it is, Tuesday evening. I might read a bit more, but I also might just end up binge watching Community because it's really funny. And I've just started it. So yeah, sorry about how wobbly my grasp of this is. I'm going to go and either read or binge watch. I will probably read a tiny bit before I go to bed. Hello, good morning. It's Thursday? Yes, it is Thursday. Yeah, I got that right this week. I have quite a lot to do today. I need to study, I need to film, but I thought I'd give you a quick reading update. So, last night, I finished The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. In the end, I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I wasn't sure what to give it, but I had such a strong emotional attachment to the characters and spent roughly the last 30 pages of this just sitting there crying. So I was like, yeah, I need to give this 5 out of 5 stars, a book that can like make you that attached to the characters, especially a character who at the beginning is horrific, is a pretty good book. So this book is about love and time and how love surpasses time and space and all of those things, and how it lasts even unto death. And it was amazing. There's 4 short stories in this. Each of those was so beautifully told, they were so poignant, and the ending managed to be really heartbreaking, yet at the same time incredibly uplifting, which is my favourite sort of ending. There's also a very strange sequence in this, which is incredibly similar, well, it's essentially a rewriting, this sequence of Dante's Inferno, which I really enjoyed. It did make me want to read Dante's Inferno, because while I know the plot, I've never actually read it. But yes, I do really recommend this if sort of slightly gruesome, multiple stories, strange women with wild hair and lots of tattoos who are sculptresses helping people who are really bitter learn how to love again is your sort of book. I'm not sure how many other books there are out there like that. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. 5 out of 5 stars. I then started with The Fire on High last night because I just needed something to read after this. I read 15 pages. I'm about to go and read for half an hour before I get to studying. I'm enjoying this so far. I don't really know what's going on. All I know is that the main character likes baking and she's got a child called Emma who she calls baby girl, and she's at school still. But apart from that, no idea what's going on. Hello, so I've read a bit more of With the Fire on High. I'm now up to page 114. I will get through this quite quickly. I think the chapters are really short. It's very easy to read. So I'm not entirely sure what I think of this yet. I think the culinary side of it is really interesting and I'm really enjoying that, and I'm enjoying the discussion of sort of Imoni's life, and because that is very different to mine and I really like seeing that, and actually just seeing how American schools work in general because I have no idea. But I think the more romantic, or what I think is going to develop into the more romantic plot, isn't really doing anything for me. That might be because I'm just not a huge contemporary or romance person. But yeah, it is really enjoyable. It's really easy to read and the characters are all really great. It's also really making me want to do some cooking. Hello, it's the evening. I'm about to go make some hot chocolate and read and hopefully finish With the Fire on High. I'm currently on page 230 and the more I read of this book, the more I enjoy it. It started off very slow for me, but now I'm actually really getting into it. I really like the main character and her drive and her passion is really interesting to see in a character. Hello, I just finished With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I heard someone pronounce it like that earlier, so I think that might be how it was pronounced. I really enjoyed this in the end. The romance wasn't too heavy, which I really enjoyed because I really don't like books with a lot of romance in. And I really loved how the main character grew. It was just really lovely to read and very inspiring. And I think I'm going to do some cooking at the weekend because of it. I mean, I was hoping to anyway, but I might see if I can persuade my mum to let me cook something for Easter at lunch. So yeah, it was really good. I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I'm giving a lot of books really high ratings this month, but honestly, I'm just enjoying all of them so much. Hello, it's not sure which day it is. Friday. It's Good Friday. Happy Easter weekend. It'll be after once this video's up, but still, happy Easter weekend. And I'm going to quickly update you on my reading. So, I started Shadow of the Fox this morning. I started off listening to it and I'm currently on page 45. I'm hoping to get a few more chapters of this read today before the day ends. I'm filming this afternoon, in fact in 45 minutes, so I need to get ready for that with my friend Jenny. I'm really excited to do this. Okay. This is Jenny. I'm filming with her today. She's on my laptop. Hello. I'm gonna have my camera thingy here. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. It's a bit of an experiment. Baking has begun. These are hot cross buns. They don't have crosses on, so I guess they're just buns. There's a dog down here. I've got a hot cross bun. I'm going to also bake brownies. We've also made a banana bread. I think we're thinking about making an orange polenta cake. And I'm making dinner tonight. Essentially, we're baking a lot this weekend. Hello, it's still Friday. It's nearly Friday evening. I've read a bit more of The Shadow of the Fox I'm now on page 145. This is a book with 3 perspectives. We have Suki, Yumenko and Tatsumi, and each perspective is a different, I guess, thing. So I don't know if I can tell you this without spoiling it. I'll tell you what Yumenko and Tatsumi are. This book involves kitsune, who are Japanese fox demons. They have 6 tails, and in this book there is a scroll, and the scroll has the power in it that will wake the great kami dragon, and whoever wakes it gets a wish, and if they are like evil of spirit then they get killed, and if they're good of spirit they get their wish granted, and he rises every 1,000 years. And the lady Satsumi, I'm not sure what her name is, Satomi. The lady Satomi is this woman who wants to make it rise again, and essentially the other perspectives are trying to stop her, but I don't think they know they're trying to stop her yet. So we've got Yumenko, who is currently who is told to take the scroll and keep it safe, and she is on the run with Tatsumi, who's also known as Cage. I don't entirely understand all the different names yet, but yes, those two are on the run together, and those two are on the run together, and they are attempting to keep the scroll safe. That is basically all I know. Well, one of them is attempting to keep the scroll safe, Yumenko. The other one doesn't know Yumenko has it and wants to take it because he's been ordered to. This is a really, really, really bad synopsis. Hello, so update time. I've read some more of Shadow of the Fox. I'm currently on page 225. I'm going to try and get up to at least page 300 before I go to bed tonight, which is 75 pages. I'm really enjoying this. I am. I really love the references to Japanese folklore and mythology and religion, because it's a mythology system I know very little about. I swear, characters in YA will never learn. If a village is unusually friendly, run in the opposite direction. Do not spend the night there, do not eat their food, don't do anything like that, just go. We're going to make sourdough brownies. This is the sourdough mix that I'm leaving in the sun. This is a jigsaw we're working on as a family. Hello, it's Saturday morning. It's really sunny, it's really lovely and warm. I'm wearing shorts. Can't go out though. There's another readathon, a 24-hour readathon today from 2, which I don't think I'm going to partake in. I might a bit, but yeah, I'm just hoping in general to finish Shadow of the Fox today. Just over 150 pages to go, so really hoping to get that done. I am reading this book very quickly, and yeah, I reckon I could get 150 pages done easily. Hello, it's Saturday. I think I've updated you today. Can't actually remember. First things first. I finished The Shadow of the Fox. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, really happy with it. It was a lot of fun. I loved learning more about Japanese folklore and mythology. I'm now going to pick up The 1,000 Autumns of Jacob Desert, which is the other 450-page book on this TBR. I couldn't choose between this and Deep Light, so I asked my dad to choose and he chose this one. It looks really fascinating and I really like David Mitchell's writing, so looking forward to reading this one. Once I finish this, which will not be before the end of this vlog, I mean I doubt it will be anyway. It's now Tuesday of the following week. I got to the end of editing the vlog and realised I hadn't done a concluding section, so I'm doing that now. So the first one was The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. I ended up giving this 5 out of 5 stars. I really loved the short stories and just enjoyed it in general. I then read With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, and I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Again, really loved it, found the main character really engaging and fascinating. We'll definitely be reading more by Elizabeth Acevedo in the future. And then I read Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. The romance in this is, I think, going to be a little bit predictable for me, but I really like the plot. I love learning more about Japanese mythology. I think it's going to get better with every book. Really glad I picked this one up. I then started The 1,000 Autumns of Jacob Desert, or Desert, I'm not sure how to pronounce the surname, by David Mitchell. I will talk about this more in next week's vlog. I am realising I haven't said what any prompts these are for. So The Gargoyle was for Ancient Runes. Read a book with a heart on the cover. With the Fire on High was for Arithmancy. Read a book opposite what you would normally read. Shadow of the Fox was for Transfiguration. Read a book featuring shapeshifting. And The 1,000 Autumns of Jacob Desert was for Charms, Lumos. Read a book with a white cover. So the prompts are going really well so far. I am getting through them quite quickly. Hoping next week is just as good. Next week is also the reading rush, which will be in my vlog. I hope to see you then. If you want to find me anywhere else, I am on Twitter at CatsandTeaBooks and on Instagram at Reading with Cats and Tea. My Goodreads will be linked down below, as will Jenny's Instagram, which you saw very briefly in this video, or you saw Jenny very briefly in this video via Facebook Messenger. We started filming a video, things went wrong. We finished filming it on Monday. It will be up in the next few weeks. I just need to edit it. Yes, it's going to take quite a while to edit. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I should also say that I spent a lot of this week watching Community. I got through one season in something like 24 hours and then watched another 19 episodes. So yeah, I didn't have a very productive week, but still I had a really fun week. I hope that you had a really good Easter if you celebrate Easter. If not, I hope you just in general had a really lovely weekend and that things are okay for you despite this quarantine and this lockdown and everything that's going on in the world at the moment. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Sorry about this really rambly outro.